Hello, everyone. This is Steve from True Market Finance. I just wanted to go over this ETF that we got going on with Bitcoin that came in on the other day. Um, I know you guys have a lot of concerns because of the sell off here in the past couple of days. This was kind of expected, and the reasoning behind it we'll go over in a second. Um, but we're doing a little pullback, and I want to go over that with you guys. So I'm just going to first go over some companies with Bitcoin that I really enjoy, and I want to share with them with you guys um, just before we get into that. So let's go over and do that, and then we'll get on to the rest of what's going on with this doggone chart. All right. Now, first one up that I like the most is going to be ShakePay. ShakePay is great because it has a ShakePay Visa card. You can take that ShakePay Visa card and go into any store. You just add um, regular dollars to it, and you just tap that Visa card at any place that takes tap. What's nice about ShakePay as well, you can transfer money in, you can transfer money out with no fee. The only time you get charged a fee is when you buy Bitcoin, and that's where the Sats, free Sats, come in handy. So as you're building free Sats, and then you go to buy more Bitcoin, your free Sats will help pay off that fee as well. So it's just a great thing. Unfortunately, I think Coinbase maybe sort of does the same thing for the Americans and everyone else, but I like the ShakePay the best because of the no fee situation. Then we take that ShakePay Visa card and I put it into CoinMiles. That is my payments thing. So we get more free Sats again. We always keep trying to build Sats. So anything we're spending every single day anyway, we might as well get free Sats out of that, which I always continually try to preach over and over and over again. So that we just keep building and building and building and building like a dividend and so on and so forth. Those Sats. On the app itself, you can get gift cards, which is great. You do Uber Eats or groceries or fuel or whatever you need to buy. They got a gift card pretty much in there for it, which is great. So you'll get like, you know, 1.5% back or 2% or whatever it may be for that Pacific Pacific gift card that you're trying to get. So it's great. You'll get Sats back on your CoinMiles. If you attach your ShakePay Visa card with that, then you're getting a 1% from ShakePay, and you're getting whatever percentage you are getting for the gift card on your CoinMiles, which is great. And then you can go on your computer and you can shop online as well if you want, and then go pick it up at the store or have it delivered, and you can also get Sats back that way too. So it just keeps building those things. They're small Sats, guys, but as you know, Bitcoin increases its price, um, it will always be a good thing because you just continually just uh, the price will go up, that you got in your wallet there. So it's a great thing. And then what you can take when you have your Bitcoin, you can also use Lend. It's Bitcoin backed loans, which gives you your regular money into your account, which is super amazing. Um, Within, like, a lot of times within 24 hours, like, it's usually right there. They'll say it'll take a couple days, but I've always had like pretty much the next day, depending on when I take out that loan. That's what I've been working on with you guys multiple times, is create our own bank, and this kind of helps a little bit. That so you get that Bitcoin. This doesn't spend that, so you're just continually building that bank, but you're just borrowing from yourself instead of borrowing from a bank. Um, so it's just another way of using our Bitcoin as a collateral. As long as you pay the loan back, if it goes over 70%, you have a chance of, they're going to take that from you. But um, And as Bitcoin goes up in price, it actually pays for your loan for you as well, because they're just holding your Bitcoin as collateral. So it pays the loan down on its own, which is also great. So check those out, guys, and I hope that'll help you. And we'll get on with the show. Okay, everyone, let's get on with the show today. Before we get started, if you like this video and you want more of it, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and you'll get every time they get a video coming out, you will get a email or a message or something that will let you know what's going on. And share this with your everyone else, and we can help build things up so we can grow this, and I can help you guys build a diverse portfolio in your whole world, not just with Bitcoin, with the multiple things. We're always preaching here, guys. And I want to, before I even get started, preach about, getting rid of all of your debts, all of the debts. Just keep pounding them down and pound them down and pound them down. You got to make that move. It's a hard move. Your life is going to be really difficult. I'm not even going to butter that one out. It's going to be really difficult if you have a lot of debt right now, because it literally, that interest rules your life. But when you get rid of it, that freedom and those dollars you're giving to some big bank corporation can be going into things like Bitcoin, or building your reserve fund up and things like that, so that you can breathe and just live life instead of being in such a hold on you from these banks and so on and so forth. Especially that credit card debt, guys. That's nasty. You just look at your statement, pick it up, look at it. If that doesn't scare you, then hey, that number of interest, and then you look at your monthly payment, and that's going to just continually go up if you don't pay back the interest and the minimum payment. So get rid of that, guys. So anyway, let's get on with what's going on with Bitcoin. I'm going to go in here in TradingView first. I like TradingView a lot. I use it all the time. Nowadays, with like I always show you guys or whatever, I like international brokers myself. And in Canada, I can actually trade right off of TradingView itself if I need or want to, kind of thing. But I'm more of a longer term trader. Every once in a while, I'll do little things like trade for, if I see a small move in something, and I see there's potential. A lot of times, like I was showing in my last video, where you can do these pullbacks. You can catch these little trades if you want, because you got a nice momentum going in the upper direction with Bitcoin, as we're talking about Bitcoin in this video. So you can do these little things and collect a little bit more income along the way, and those little pullbacks if you want. Or if you're super conservative, you don't like to do that, you just go on a weekly chart and trade a weekly chart. Like, just go every week, and you'll see how much Bitcoin stays above our 18-day moving average and doesn't even touch it. So all those little pullbacks, and I use Fibonacci candles, guys, just because it takes all the noise out. I like them a lot. Sometimes I'll switch back into the bar charts to do a trade. Sometimes it'll help me get in a little different position, but I can go into here to 1 hour too and get a good position as well. Right now Bitcoin's just going flat. These opportunities, when I'm not planning on ever spending Bitcoin for the next multiple years, like we were just showing in the preview there of stacking sats and using Len to borrow from ourselves and so on and so forth. You never ever have to spend that Bitcoin dollars. You can just keep adding and adding and adding and adding. So when these are going flat like this, awesome, because you just stack more sats um, at a lower spot. So when this does jump back up again, you're going to get all that um, money is going to help you. It's just a dividend, or like a normal stock, gives you increased value in the end. So what we're going to do going over this stock of Bitcoin, we had the ETF come in here the other day, and as you can see, the fall downs coming here. I'm going to switch back over here to stock charts. I really like stock charts a lot too, because it kind of gives me a nice clean chart as well. I kind of flip between both as well sometimes. So what I like, I'm going to actually bring this up into full screen here too, guys. So what's going on with Bitcoin here is we had this nice flat period here, which, like I was talking about just a few minutes ago, these are great opportunities to just build and build and build and build and build and build and build. Because it's just initially going flat. And if you had been doing that since 8th month of 23 to 10th month of 23, so 2 months in here, if you just kept stacking those sats, then you would add all this profit right here. But don't be discouraged. Right now, again, we're in a flat period right here. Look at those stocks. Here's all doing the same thing. It's just kind of going sideways. So what has happened here? I want to just go over some of the indicators that I use a lot of times. I use your 4 simple moving average. It just kind of goes with the trend. And then we use 18 and the 40. So what's nice about the 18 and the 40 is the 18 you can always use all the time as your trend. And then your 40, it just confirms that. So if your 18 is above your 40, it doesn't get too far ahead. See, it got a little too far ahead here, and then it kind of did a nice little pullback to the 40 again, eh? So once you see that big gap happening here, you can usually kind of expect a pullback on that. In here we had still lots of buyers over the sellers. So that was good. We got a little peak here, as well as we got the peak in the MACD as well. Oscillator is always also above 0, so that gives us the uptrend as well. So now we're kind of just consolidating here, which is what's happening here. Those are great opportunities just to keep stacking sats away. Now we've done this little pullback because what happened here, I believe, and a lot of other people believe the same thing, is that a lot of people, because the fee on the ETF that was before the one that just came out is so high compared to the new one that's coming out that's backed with Bitcoin, which call me crazy, guys. I have no idea why you will buy the Bitcoin ETF over buying just the actual physical Bitcoin itself. I believe that most people, I guess, for the ETF, these hedge funds and so on and so forth, legally aren't allowed to buy an actual physical Bitcoin in their portfolio, or like pension funds and so on and so forth. They will be the ones that come in and buy up the ETF, and a lot of ETF to add into our pension funds and so on and so forth. Now, so this is what's happening here. Is you normally, to cancel out your big position of Bitcoin in that other ETF, you got to give a couple of days notice in that. So this is what's happening here. Is doing these pullbacks because people are selling out of those funds, getting ready to put it into the new ETF, which is backed by physical ETF or physical Bitcoin itself. So this is something that we're going to look forward to. because I believe in the next little bit, once that happens, Monday is supposedly a holiday, so that won't really be happening even Monday. So, but Tuesday, um, we could really see this starting to bounce off here. Now, if we had a 50-day moving average in here, like we had on the TradingView chart, you would see we're just keep bouncing. We're just bouncing off that 50-day moving average. So it's not actually breaking through at all. So that's a good sign. The oscillator is still here above zero. MACD's above. So um, we are in a good position here for it to take off. Plus, most of us are all hodlers, the newer people in Bitcoin, things like that. Maybe you get a little more scared, all these little pullbacks and stuff like that. Could care less, because I know that Bitcoin is never going back to zero, or all on the be part of the group. I'm sure that buys up all the freaking Bitcoin that there is, because the next person will buy it for next price, another person will buy it for more, so it'll never, ever, ever go to zero again. So, it's just going to continue to grow, especially with the ETF now, which has to physically be backed up by Bitcoin itself. That's going to add in more liquidity into Bitcoin as well, making the price go up. And also, we have this year also the halving as well. So that is another positive situation that's going to make this go higher. So that's why I try doing all these charts, guys, is to point out these spots here. We got another, where it's happening here and here, is I just look at those, how they may be painful or whatever as it pulls back or whatever. It's also the greatest opportunity just to, if we have a little more savings and stuff like that, just keep pouring into it and pouring into it and pouring into it. And, and just don't go out and borrow money and stuff, guys, to do this. Just take a small portion of your income and put it into it. Unless you're like got all your debts paid off and so on and so forth, then you can put a lot more money into it. You got to make sure you don't put yourself in a hole that you have to then go and pay interest somewhere else to pay for that loan. So it'll cost you like so much money. So that's where I wanted to kind of go with this, guys. We're in a new year too, so I want you, I'm sure a lot of us took losses last year and things like that, and sometimes it can weigh on our psyche and we get fearful and so on and so forth. That's where TradingView I like a lot. Is you can go in there and paper trade all day long. So go in there and try new things. If you feel like you're chasing the market and so on and so forth, start trading with paper money. Don't lose a single thing till you can get your own psyche and mind back into, okay, I put a stop in here. It broke the stop on my stock chart. Well, let's just pull up QQ. If you got in and then it just pulls back on you, don't worry. If it stopped that stop, move on to another stock. Help. Like I said in the beginning here, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to try to help you maneuver through that craziness by picking. I'll help you, teach you how to see what sectors are strong, and then from there you pick out stocks inside that sector, so you can create your own ETF that's super diversified, that's going with the market. So as sectors come out of the lead and so on and so forth, as they pull back and new sectors take on, we can hopefully just some of these stocks and some of these sectors will sell off on, and then we'll start moving into, that money will move into the next sector and just keep trying to flow with, we don't have to fight the market. We don't have to go crazy on the market. We just flow with the market and create another passive income in the stock market in our portfolio. We'll work on a lot of different things. Like we were just talking about a minute ago, Bitcoin. It's another sector of our portfolio that we have. And then we have stocks, another sector of our, if we like real estate, you can buy real estate. It's another great sector. So we can get, and I'm constantly, guys, looking at new ideas and everything. So as I learn more new ideas to make, it's kind of like Coin Miles or ShakePay or all these things where I can just collect another like little dividend somewhere to make my dollars that I have every day, add a little bit more to it and let it work for itself. Because the old saying goes, when you have money, you can make money. So as you get rid of all your debts, so you're not paying interest to someone else, then we can take those interest payments that we were paying in someone else and then flow it into these markets. And then we have actually those dollars working for us instead of against us all the time. And that's going to be strong, guys. I'm not going to like beat around the bush on it. It's super difficult. You really have to like make a budget and stick to it. And it is possible. You can do it. Knock down those little guys first, and then you can have these little small wins. It helps in your brain think, oh, I can do this. It'll help a little bit. If you try to keep going at a big one, and you'd see like it not moving because there's so much interest on it and so on and so forth, then it makes it a little tougher for your mindset. You'll just give up and think, I can't do this. But always, 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 guys, do a budget. You a lot of times will see in that budget you're doing every single day because, we just get busy in our lives and so on. So take the time out, do the budget, write down every penny that you spend, put it in categories, and lots of apps on the phone and so on and so forth. That works great for that. And then take a look at your profit and loss. See if you are spending more over your income than what you're making. Because if you keep doing that, you'll just go bankrupt. You can't live that way. Years and years and years ago, when I was super younger, I would be doing the same thing. I'd be like going, where is my paycheck going every single day? And like, where is my paycheck going every day? Where is it? Like I'm making good money. Where's my paycheck going every day? Until I started writing it down, I had no idea. As soon as I started writing down it, then I started seeing like simple little things like buying a coffee and like donut every day. And add it up, it was like, peanuts, like $5 a day or something like that. But when you start doing that, every single day, and then you add up, 30, 31 days of the month, then you get into hundreds of dollars in that month. And then over the year, get even more. So it's a huge, where you can just, go to the grocery store, buy a coffee, make it at home, and take it with you. It's so much cheaper than buying it all the time like that and stuff like that. And once you're out of debt, if you want to treat yourself on a Starbucks or something like that, then you don't feel it because you're not paying interest to a credit card. You can take that interest and spoil yourself every once in a while, or go on a vacation or whatever it may be. But right now, when you are feeling this pinch, you just got to bite the bullet. And I want to be there for you, and I want to push you into the freedom that you will feel when you have no debts. And so that's why I preach that over and over and over and over, guys. So another thing we want to get into one day is like I was talking about with Bitcoin. When you see these guys split up like this, you can just use this as trend line a lot of times. It doesn't break that. You can just do a swing trade and just let them roll. And there's lots of things we can do in the future. I'll be putting in videos where you can sell options for this or buy a put for here. You know, if you want to make a little bit more money and so on and so forth. Some people just want to look at the stock once a month. Or once. I mean, not once a month, like once a week. On the weekend, just take a look at it and go, hey, is it doing okay? If you go into weekly chart, see, the only time it really broke the 18 was a little bit here on a weekly chart. So every day, these are all weekly candlesticks. So, every week we go in and go, oh, did it come down? Nope, 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 nope. For like months and months and months here, or weeks on end. Then, where it broke this, you could have sold out, waited for it to do its thing again, then bought back in again. Or you can use, if you're super conservative, just use this 40-day moving average as your stop, until it breaks even that. And then you just let it ride for multiple years if that's what you like doing. If you're, a person that likes to watch it every single day and so on and so forth, hey, you can watch these and do these little pullbacks and make a little bit of extra cash. It all depends on what kind of investor you are in the markets and so on and so forth. And I'll help you walk through that. This year, I want to do a whole lot more videos out there, guys, and give you stocks of the days that I'm looking at and so on and so forth to help you grow your portfolio in the stock market. And then we'll also helping you with Bitcoin and everything else that I can think of in your personal finance. Go out and get that. Budgeting. Myself, I like the app. Where am I here? Let me take a look. MoneyWise 3 is the one I use for my budgeting app. It's money and it's got a slash MoneyWise 3. I use that Android, so it's also in the Apple because I also have an iPad as well that I use it through. It's free if you just use one thing. If you want to use multiple devices on it, like for family and something like that, I think it's like $5 a month or some crazy thing or whatever. But it's nice because you can just put in a bunch of categories that you have, and then you just keep feeding in. Myself, I do it once a month. You can do it like every day, like as if you buy something, just put it in there. And then it gives me a full picture. It's kind of like the stock chart that we have in front of us. It just gives us a picture of what is happening now. What is happening now in my financial situation is what it gives you. And then you can go from there. Once you have the picture, then you can come up with a strategy on how to fix it. Because if you keep going like this, you're going bankrupt. Then you're going to lose everything. So if we can catch this correction in our personal finance, then we can start having these moves like this here or like this here in our personal finance. And then we can start jumping for joy and go on vacation and not thinking about, instead of us paying the bank or a credit card, we can be on that vacation knowing we're using free money that we're giving away to pay for that vacation. So it's not actually physically coming out of our pockets. So let's work on that, guys. Let's get there. And don't worry about Bitcoin. It's just doing that pullback because, the fees on the regular ETF that we had before is way higher than the fees that we have now in the new one. So they're just pulling out, and these big guys have to take time to, let the regulators know that, they're moving money and where it's going. And so it takes a couple days to do that. So that's why with the selling, it's making that chart in Bitcoin go down. And so good opportunity to be buying right now. Is buy into it, and um, my prediction it's going way up. It's going to come at least up to the $66,000 mark, where it kind of dropped off a few years ago. Um, and if it blows through there, I think at least 100,000 or more this year. And so those coin miles that we had, um, are 1% or 1.5% in here, or 1% in here, is going to become a heck of a lot more percentage than that in the end of our once it gets up to those dollars. So it's just going to be a dividend that keeps feeding onto itself, which is a Warren Buffett preaching scenario. Just let your money work for itself. Just let it compound, compound, and compound, and grow, and the dividends and so on. So it just keeps compounding into itself, which makes it grow. That's what I like about the Wealthy Barber. It just, here's a guy that just let his money compound itself, and you became rich out of that. It's, you younger people that have come onto the channel, tell all your friends, subscribe, and everything else. Opportunity for you guys right now is like huge. If you just soak away and let money compound itself and not get in a hurry to spend it or whatever, you'll be a multi-millionaire by the time you're, in your ages where you need to like buy a home and so on and so forth. You're going to be laughing. And then also you're teaching yourself the budget, and by doing a budget and so on and so forth. So you'll always have that financial freedom to know your limits, and it's the exact same as a stock chart. When you put a stop in, if it breaks the stop, you don't go, oh, maybe that was wrong. Maybe that was the wrong spot to put stop in. So I'll move it down. That's just cutting your own throat doing stuff. Just move on. There's 500 stocks in like S&P, or 2000, IWM, or, the Dow's there's so many stocks out there. Don't play with one stock, and I'll continually help you find those stocks and find those sectors and grow. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Again, share, like, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Tell all your friends about it, and let's grow this year in our personal finance. So that's the Bitcoin thing for you. That's what I think is going to happen, and then what is happening right now. So don't go worry and sell all your Bitcoin because it's going to zero or going down. Just buy more and leave it there. Just if you have the finances, buy in more is my thing, and just huddle away and build those sats because it's going up. Because there's going to be a lot more players coming into it, and there's only a limited amount of dollars, guys. It's not like the government where you can go out and print as much money as you want. It's always amazing how it's completely illegal for us to have a printing machine in our house, but when they screw up, they can just go print more money, which costs us all. So the sooner we can just do that on our own, create our own bank, create our own world with Bitcoin, it's just going to be a better world. Nobody can come in and close down our bank accounts or anything else. It's all on our own. And I'll help teach you how to do that, guys. As you buy Bitcoin, do not leave it on Coinbase. Do not leave it on any exchanges. As soon as you buy it, move it to a cold wallet, like a Jade or a Cold Card or Keystone or Trezor. Like, get that money off of the internet. Get those keys off the internet. If they're not yours, somebody can steal them. You wouldn't give somebody your bank card and go, hey, look after this for me. Wouldn't give your account number just to anybody on the street going, just could you hold on to that for a while? You may have no money the next day. So don't trust anyone. Get those keys off the internet and protect that. So anyway, guys, that is the lesson for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. again, share, like, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll get more and more and more and more of these every single day. So I hope you enjoyed that, and have a great day.